Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you again. It's good to be back with some Would I Lie to You? David Mitchell is in this compilation here. Maybe we will get some. I'll get to play along with the statements that are made also. But this is a compilation of David Mitchell, and the title is called "Even More Times David Mitchell Came Across as Posh." Now, I bet as you're hearing me say that word "posh," it's probably weird hearing an American say that word. But I have a favor to ask, and maybe you guys can check and see in the comments and thumbs up the one that you think is the best description of the word "posh." But I would like some of you to explain the word posh and what it means. Because from my understanding, and this is probably wrong, but from my understanding, posh is like, upper class kind of attitude. Not just upper class, but like the upper class attitude towards things. But I think there's more. There's got to be way more to it than that. And I've heard it explained in a couple videos before, but still, I feel like as an American, it's very difficult for me to understand that. So somebody please help me out. Help a brother out, will you? So yeah, just write a definition of posh, and then if you see it in the comments, thumbs it up if you think that's an accurate description. That way, the best description will rise right up to the cream of the crop. It'll rise to the top, and that way I'll know that is the most accepted definition of posh. But anyway. David Mitchell, let's see him in this compilation here. And remember to like, subscribe, and do whatever you guys want. And let's check out some Would I Lie to You? I love this.
Aged 7, I wrote to Father Christmas and told him I would much rather have a map of Saxon Britain than the roller skates I feared he was getting me. All right, Lee.
No. Roller skates are much more fun than a map. And I love maps, and I'm saying that, so I don't think that one's true.
Wow.
Well, you know him best of all.
That's true. True.
You didn't want roller skates?
No.
Why did you think he was getting your roller skates?
Roller skates were a popular toy around, I'm not saying they're just a toy. Of course, they're a sports item, a novelty shoe.
Yeah.
But roller skates were being given, and I hated the thought of them.
What was the attraction of the map?
Well, I'm quite interested in history, and we'd done the Anglo-Saxons at school that term.
Did you get the map?
I did, yes.
Do you still have the map?
No.
Why not?
Because a lot of its analysis of the Anglo-Saxon era has been discredited.
To work this out.
In fact, it was a very simplistic view of the way England was then, with these small number of rigidly divided kingdoms, and we just can't know that it was like that.
What are you thinking, Angela?
Yeah, it's the kind of nerdy thing he probably would have done when he was 7. Yeah.
I mean, it's plausible, but I don't think it's true.
I am actually 50-50 on this. I think we're going to say... I think it's true.
I think it's not, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
I'm going with Angela.
You're going to say it's true. OK. David, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Yeah.
A lie.
I'm with Lee Mack on that. That could have gone either way, because David Mitchell, David Mitchell loves history and stuff, so that was a tough one. That was a really tough one.
I've yet to find the courage to make a contactless card payment. I considered it once, but decided that full PIN entry was the safer method.
I think this is true right off the bat.
Police team, what do you think of that? What do you fear, David?
Well, it's a security risk, isn't it?
Why is it security risk?
That's actually a great panel there. You got Bob Mortimer, Lee Mack, and Diane Morgan all in the same panel. That's amazing.
Well, because you don't have to put in your PIN.
The only security that's relevant is that you know it's you. If you know it's fine, contactless and the PIN's the same thing.
But who among us can be sure of who we really are?
Where did you consider using it, David?
I've considered it a few times in a few places, because sometimes people suggest it, which I think is rather forward. They suggest you say, I'm sorry, am I keeping you? You haven't got time for me to enter 4 digits now.
Do you have an Oyster card?
Yes.
Ah, so you're happy with contactless there?
If the Oyster card gave you the option of putting in a PIN, I'd be all for it. But that's never been set up like that. No. And I'm not so weird as to go into Oyster HQ and ask to have a particular high-security Oyster card issued specially for me.
It's very hard to get into Oyster HQ, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to take like a knife and prise it open.
Well, we have to get past Pearl on reception.
Yo, the nudges from Lee Mack. Look at that.
It's very hard to get into Oyster HQ, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to take like a knife and prise it open.
Well, we have to get past Pearl on reception.
Come on!
Have you ever used it then? Have you used it once?
I've yet to find the courage, so no.
Do you have a mobile phone?
I have a mobile
Would you
phone.
ever use Apple Pay? We can't call it that. Orange, well, we can't do. They're a company as well. Would you ever use Pay?
Would you ever use your mobile phone?
You can, because I sometimes do that. I'm quite happy to get my phone out in M&S, and I feel quite cool. I hold it, and it pays it. Do you want a receipt? No.
No, I've never paid for anything like that.
You've never paid for anything with Apple Pay?
No.
What?
What are you talking about? Have you just got new phone? Are you starting some new adverts that we don't know about, Rob?
All right, so what do you think?
What do we think?
I'm very scared of it, so
Scared of-
I empathise with that, so yeah, why not?
Okay.
It seems so obviously him.
So you've got to go for a true.
I think he fears it, yeah.
OK.
I think it's true as well.
You're saying it's true. David, you fear contactless payment, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
David got me. He got me. Damn it.
Possession.
There'll be a little box under your desk.
Thank you.
There's a card inside, David. Read the card out first, and then
This
when
is
you've done that...
just a little something me and Rob got you for Christmas.
And then, once you've read it out, then pop the object on the desk.
OK. These are 2 of the best gifts I was given last Christmas.
OK, and take them out and pop them on the desk. There we are. Yeah. Right. Lee.
Well, first question is what... I can see what one of them is, but what's the other one?
I don't think so. What? Dude, this is something... It's like it's a top hat and like a magic trick wand or something. At least that's what it appears to be. And I don't think David Mitchell... I mean, I don't know. This one's hard, too. Just off the bat. Off the bat, I'm going to say no, he didn't get these.
It's a hat.
No. What's the stick thing?
Yeah.
It's a wand. You know,
Okay.
You do magic with it.
Well, don't wave it around. Anything could happen.
Who bought you it?
Yes.
My wife.
Oh.
That bit is true, in case you
Yeah.
wonder. He has got a wife. Yeah. Most people don't believe it at this point, but it is. He has got a wife.
Just to give us a fuller picture, let's see if the hat fits. And if it does,
Put
wear
it
it.
on and then get the full, let's get the full effect.
But does the wand fit?
And then hold the wand.
So,
Not bad. Not a bad look.
When you open the present, did you say, this is lovely, but what is it for?
It's no. She said it was a wand thing where you can. It's got a battery in it.
it's a cordless one.
And you can make it be a remote control.
Am I allowed to touch David's wand?
You can inspect it if you want to, but don't damage it. I'll get. Do you want me to get it?
As it's
You don't
Christmas.
trust me to get it without damaging it?
I'm just happier when you sat down. that's
Okay.
all.
Get me the wand, please.
Are you born in a little northern town called Double Entendre?
Actually, Cockermouth.
I don't know.
First thing is, I can't see any way you can get batteries in this thing. And it's got a light on the end. So obviously it does do something electronic. But I don't know where you would put a battery. You don't put a battery in the end of there, do you? Can you get a battery in the end of there?
Yeah, unscrew the
Oh,
handle.
hello. Look, the end comes off, so we can definitely It's an electronic item, definitely. That is a definite. And that's definitely a hat. I'm not an idiot. Rob, I broke it.
Have you really?
Well, something's come off the end. David, I'll get you another one, I promise.
You actually have lost
The end's fallen off the... There it is, there it is.
Give me the hat.
Oh, I've set on the hat!
Give me the hat.
Well,
Would you wear that in the house, the hat, David? Would you wear it around the house?
No, I wouldn't wear a hat indoors. Basically, you'd wear a hat like this when you've, you know, on the way from the cab to the scene of the murder.
So what do you think, Lee? What is your team thinking on this?
Well, I'm interested that Rob warns off manhandling and hurting it. Would David be that bothered?
I have got history on this show.
History of breaking
he
things.
owned a pen in one episode, when it was his pen.
And you broke it?
Damn right.
There was another episode where he was supposedly a beloved teddy bear that I didn't own.
Yeah, but
he didn't know, and he tore its head off.
So, now, David, I would like to know, was there any explanation from your wife at all? Because obviously you've picked this up, you haven't known what this is.
An explanation?
Yes,
is
to
that
why
when you're given a present, do you often do you ask for an explanation? It's quite aggressive.
Let me finish, David. Was there any explanation at all as to why she married you?
No, she's never explained that, but I don't want to ask too many questions. I reckon I'm onto a good thing.
My husband bought me a dress that was 2 sizes too small once because he wanted me to lose weight so I could wear it. He did, and then when he gave it to me, he said, "Look forward to seeing you in it." So for his birthday, I bought him a coffin.
Yo.
So what are you going to say then, Lee's team? Is he telling the truth?
Kelly, you're saying...
Dude, these David Mitchell ones are so hard right now. I mean, he was right. There's something electronic about the wand. I don't know. Maybe I should flip this one. I'm gonna go with true. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he looks good with that hat on. He can rock that hat pretty well. I don't know. I'm gonna go true.
Lie.
You're saying lie?
Oh, I'll say lie as
Okay,
well,
I have to go with my team and say it's a lie.
So the team is saying lie. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
Yeah. Dude, these are... I'll tell you what, these with him are... It's like... It's really hard to determine. Why did he get that as a gift? I need to know.
I recently shooed a fox out of the garden by squirting it with water. 5 minutes later, I watched in horror as it returned with its brother and ate my plimsoll.
Nah. Don't believe it.
Lee's team. What do you think?
I've never heard anything so middle class in all my life.
I want to picture it. So you're in your house and you see the fox in the garden. Now you don't, with the greatest respect, you don't strike me as overly nimble.
I'm not overly nimble, but I'm just nimble enough.
Between 1 and 10, how quickly were you in the garden?
I went out in the garden at top speed for me, which I'm afraid is now 6.7.
Anyway, you come out into the garden, you've got the hose, you see the fox.
And he sort of moves away a bit, shows a certain degree of fear of the alpha predator. He sees me and he thinks, you know, I think I'm safe with this guy. And I thought, well, I can't have this. I can't have the fox thinking it's won. If I lose my power to frighten off foxes, what am I?
Can I answer that?
So I grab my hose and I swizzle some water at them. I don't want to soak the poor creature.
Did you put your thumb on the end?
So I did put my thumb on the end and I directed some water.
That's Flavia from Plebs. And also from the Day Today.
Towards the lawn, just kind of swizzle some water at them. I don't want to soak the poor creature.
Did you put your thumb on the end?
So I did put my thumb on the end, and I directed some water sort of towards the lawn, just kind of between him and me.
Yeah.
And that's enough. He's off.
I bet he went, after the fox went off, I bet he went.
Yeah.
I forgot he hadn't turned it off. Looked around sheepishly and thought, I better get those plimsolls.
Are you in your pyjamas?
I was wearing normal clothes.
Well, David, we've a different opinion on what normal clothes
Yes,
Did you?
It was black tie, not white tie.
So in a nutshell, you had a fox in your garden, you come out, water the thing out the garden, then a little while later, it comes back.
Two of them come back.
Two of them.
Now, where are you at this point?
I'm in the kitchen, noticing they've come back to the garden, thinking, dear, oh dear.
There was deer there as well.
and then the fox, and then one of the foxes goes and grabs this plimsoll that I keep by the shed.
Why?
For walking around the garden.
One plimsoll?
What? No, there's two. I keep two.
Tiny suggestion, why don't you keep the plimsolls near the back door so you don't have to get your feet wet if it's raining?
Well, you're full of home improvement ideas. I don't know, because I'm a moron.
What happens to the plimsoll?
One of them savages this shoe.
What's the other one doing?
I don't know. I don't speak fox.
If you want to do a proper impression of a fox, I know a woman. Providing you're a tad gullible, we'll show you exactly. So go on.
So I said, hello, Mr. Fox. I'm trying to communicate with you. Perhaps you could stop pooing on my lawn.
Right, Lee. What?
I don't believe this one. I don't, and it's because I'm just thinking about the fox. If a human if it's sneaking around somebody's lawn and then that person goes outside of the house, it's going to take off like immediately. And it's, at least my thinking is, and then it wouldn't come back with a friend, because I can't see a fox doing that unless it's like really starving and is really determined to get something. But then again, they're, I thought foxes were carnivores, so they're hunters. So if it's just a garden, unless he's got like chickens in there or something that I could grab and take off with, I just don't see this happening. I don't know. Maybe I'm probably thinking about it too much, but let's see.
What are you thinking?
I don't
Fundamentally, no Englishman leaves a pair of plimsolls as his garden footwear and keeps them by a shed.
So you're saying it's...
I just realized is that Miller or Armstrong? I can't remember which one it is.
It's a lie.
It's a lie?
Yeah, I think it's a lie.
Well, I'll go with my team, even though I think it's true.
Saying it's a lie. OK, David. Squirting foxes in the garden. Truth or lie?
It is a lie.
I thought so. I thought it was a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. David didn't squirt water at a fox only for it to return and eat his plimsoll.
Yeah, it's just... I've lived around... When I was growing up in Maryland, there's a lot of foxes in Maryland. Because that's pretty much like the only... At least where I grew up, that was like the only predator left. And if there was one around and you stepped outside, like it took off and you never saw it again. So, at least that day. Because they were so spooked. So that's what I based that on. But these of David Mitchell are hard. So I've got 3 right, 1 wrong. But I feel like I've gotten very lucky with these.
I find it incredibly irritating when other people fiddle with my jigsaws.
Immediately, that's true. That's got to be true.
Please, team.
What was the last jigsaw you did?
It was a picture of the city centre in Oxford.
How many pieces was it?
1,000.
1,000.
What's your jigsaw etiquette?
My etiquette?
Well, when I say etiquette, I mean if you're doing a big jigsaw, you have to do it on something so that it doesn't upset everybody else's life. So what do you do it on?
My grandfather's coffin. Because we've all stopped hoping that he's ever going to come out. On a card table.
On a card table?
Okay.
You have a card table?
That's nearly right.
And you start with the outside. You do the whole perimeter.
Yeah.
Where do you go then?
Then I go for recognisable objects in the scene.
So which particular recognisable bits are you looking for then?
Well, there's a building in the middle with a sort of dome and a spike. I'm an expert in architecture. So there was that thing, and there was several people wandering around, you know, like someone on a bicycle.
Whoa. He's saying, you know, specific. You're looking for specific things.
Yeah.
A person can go anywhere in the jigsaw.
No, they can't. They can only go where they go.
Yeah.
You can't. Oh, I put a person. I'm going to put him up there.
When you do a jigsaw, Lee...
Yeah. I don't, David, because I've got a life, but carry on.
Yeah. No, fair enough. No. I was going to say, do you use scissors? Because that's a...
You know I'm not
That's
allowed.
a
Scissors!
So generally, 1,000-piece jigsaw, you're coming back to it now and again,
Yeah.
work commitments permitting. How long does it take?
Let's say 3 months.
Okay, 3 months.
All right, let's say it. 3 months.
3 months. It's 1,000-piece jigsaw, 333 pieces a month.
Excessive.
So he's doing about 90 pieces a week. So he's doing about 15 pieces a day, right? 15 pieces a day is borderline, you need help.
I don't need help, and I don't like it when people help.
So, Lee, what's it going to be?
Alex?
Dude, I still think it's true. I could see David Mitchell as a puzzle guy.
Well, if he was into jigsaws properly and you didn't want a fiddler, you put cling film on it.
What? You're even weirder than me. Wouldn't the cling film sort of stick to the pieces, and then so when you pick the cling film up, it would sort of undo
what you do,
weeks
right?
and months of work?
No.
That's horrible,
Because you
isn't it?
buy a massive tray,
Yeah.
you do it on the tray. Not only can you carry it around if you need to dust, but also the cling film wraps underneath.
You've watched far too many features on the one show, haven't you? This week we're talking about tricks for jigsaws. You probably think it's just the four corners you have to know, but no, get your cling film ready, we'll tell you after.
Yo, Lee Mack is so good, man. He's so good.
Well, I can see. I think David's a contemplative type of person, you know, and jigsaw puzzles kind of allow you that loose space to be to be a ruminative. It takes you to a ruminative place that you wouldn't otherwise enter in the normal run of events.
But just to clarify, is it true or false?
True.
Okay, go true.
Okay.
You're going to say true. Okay, David, truth or lie?
It is true.
Yeah, man, I could see David Mitchell as a puzzle guy, and if anybody disturbs it, he goes off. I can definitely see that. Oh man, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Would I Lie To compilation with David Mitchell. Again, though, I'm struggling to see why he comes off as posh. But then again, my basic understanding of the meaning of the word may be flawed. So I need you guys to help me out with that. Somebody type in what the definition of posh is, and then if you read the comments and you see one that is a very good explanation of what the word means, thumbs it up so it'll shoot up to the top. I mean, puzzles, the top hat and the magic wand. Yeah, that's... Is that stuff that posh people do? I don't know. My grandmother liked to do puzzles, but she was never rich or anything. But then again, I feel like posh, it may be, and this is just speculation, but I feel like it may be more of like an attitude than, you know, financial status. Am I onto something with that, or am I just talking crazy? I don't know. I need you guys to help me out. But the best thing about reacting to this video is it was very funny. And once again, it's just as good as David Mitchell was in this. It's just, again, Lee Mack, man. He's the MVP of the show, although David Mitchell is a close second. So, but David Mitchell is number one in a lot of other stuff. Great video. I loved it. Would I lie to you? Anyway, I hope you guys had fun, and I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. And I will see you again soon. Take care.